children, I hope you have gone through my previous video, and today we will continue further. Today we will study about the physical properties of alcohols. Now the lowest members of alcohols are colorless liquids, and they have a characteristic smell and burning taste. Alcohol exist as associated liquids because they form intermolecular hydrogen bonds. See, between two, here we have shown between three molecules of alcohols ROH, there are hydrogen bonds. Intermolecular means between two molecules. Boiling point of alcohols are much higher than that of corresponding hydrocarbons and haloalkanes due to presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonds in them. With increase in molecular mass, boiling point also increases. Among isomeric alcohols, boiling point decreases with branching because due to branching the surface area decreases. And van der Waals forces and boiling point of alcohols, they are in the following order. Primary alcohol have the maximum, then secondary alcohol, and then tertiary alcohol. The lower members are soluble in water due to their capability to form intermolecular hydrogen bond with water. Among isomeric alcohols, the solubility increases with branching. Lower alcohols like methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol form alcoholates like CaCl2.3C2H5OH. It is a crystalline compound. Anhydrous with anhydrous CaCl2. MgCl2.6C2H5OH with MgCl2. Therefore, they are not dried over anhydrous calcium chloride. They are dried over quicklime. Now, these were the physical properties. Next, we come to the chemical properties of alcohols. Alcohols show different types of chemical reactions. First type of reaction is due to cleavage of oxygen-hydrogen bond. Now, in this, the first property is acidic character. Alcohols behave as weak acids due to low polarity of OH bond. Their acidic strength is less than that of water. See, they form alkoxide ion. Over here you can see O minus and H plus. There is a polarity in OH. Now the strength of alcohols is primary alcohol or 1 degree alcohol has more strength than secondary alcohol, which is more stronger than tertiary alcohol. So the above trend is due to increasing plus I effect. Plus I effect, induction effect from primary alcohol to tertiary alcohol. As the number of alkyl group increase from primary to tertiary alcohol, which are electron releasing groups. Reaction with active metals like sodium. See here, the reaction is given ethyl alcohol plus sodium. It gives you sodium ethoxide and hydrogen is released. So this shows that alcohols are slightly acidic in nature. Next property, chemical property, is esterification. Now esterification means that alcohols on reaction with carboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid form esters. So sulfuric acid acts as protonating as well as dehydrating agent. See, the reaction is given, a carboxylic acid reacts with alcohol. So H from the alcohol and OH from carboxylic acid minus H, they form H2O. It is released in presence of concentrated H2SO4. This reaction is taking place. And you get RCOOR dash plus water. Example is given below. Ethanoic acid when treated with ethanol in presence of concentrated H2SO4 gives ethyl ethanoate plus water. CH3 C double bond O C2H5 plus H2O. Okay, if HCl gas is used as catalyst, the reaction is called Fischer's Spire esterification. Rate of esterification of various alcohols is in the order: methyl alcohol is greater than ethyl alcohol, which is greater than CH3 whole twice CHOH, that is secondary alcohol, which is greater than tertiary alcohol, and so on. Mechanism this year, due to reduction in syllabus by the council, is not in your course, so you can leave the mechanism part for this year only. Next is reaction with acid chloride and acid anhydride. So with acid chloride, formula of acid chloride is RCOCl. Alcohol reacts in presence of pyridine to give you ester, RCOOR dash plus HCl. In presence of acetic anhydride, that is RC double bond O plus R dash OH. In presence of pyridine reflux, again it gives you an ester, RCOOR dash plus acid. The reaction is called as acylation. Pyridine is a base which neutralizes hydrochloric acid or organic acid formed in the reaction and allows the reaction to move in forward direction. Next type of reactions are reactions due to cleavage of carbon hydroxyl bond, COH bond. In this, the order of reactivity is tertiary alcohol is more reactive than secondary, which is more reactive than primary. The first type of reaction is reaction with hydrogen halide. Order of reactivity is HI is more reactive than HBr, which is more reactive than HCl. So the reaction is ethanol reacts with HCl to give you chloroethane plus water. This reaction takes place in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride and on heating. Similarly, propane 2-ol secondary alcohol plus HCl in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride gives you 2-chloropropane plus H2O. Alright, so this is the reaction with hydrogen halide. Now the same reaction, both these above reactions we did with chlorine. The reaction of primary and secondary alcohols with HCl gas in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, they are called as Groves method. Now next is Groves method was these reactions in presence of anhydrous HCl in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride. They are called as Groves method. Alright, next there is another reaction. 2-methyl propane 2-ol reacts with HCl at room temperature to give you 2-methyl propane. In case of HBr, small amount of concentrated H2SO4 is also added as catalyst. Okay, this is the reaction with HBr. So here small amount of H2SO4 is added as catalyst. So primary alcohol reacts with HBr in presence of concentrated H2SO4 to give bromomethane plus water. In case of HI, hydrogen iodide, alkyl iodides are formed by heating alcohol with HI. When alcohol is heated with HI in presence of red phosphorus, it gives alkane. See the reaction over here. Ethyl alcohol plus hydrogen iodide in presence of red phosphorus and heating, you will get ethane plus iodine gas is liberated. Alright, next type of reaction is reaction with phosphorus halide and thionyl chloride. Wherever the word thio comes, it involves sulfur. Okay, so let's see the reaction. Alcohol reacts with PCl5 to give you RCl plus POCl3 plus HI. 3ROH plus PCl3. There are various phosphorus chloride, PCl5, PCl3. So when it reacts with PCl3, it gives 3RCl plus H3PO3. Okay, instead of HI, it is giving H3PO3. And when it reacts with thionyl chloride, ROH plus SOCl2. SOCl2 is thionyl chloride. In presence of pyridine, this reaction takes place. It gives you RCl plus SO2 gas and HCl gas. Okay, so examples are given. Ethyl alcohol plus PCl5 gives you ethyl chloride plus POCl3 plus HCl. Ethyl alcohol plus PCl3 gives you ethyl chloride plus H3PO3 phosphoric acid. And ethyl alcohol plus thionyl chloride SOCl2 in presence of pyridine gives you ethyl chloride plus SO2 gas and HCl gas. Now the third category of reactions, chemical reactions shown by alcohols, are reactions involving both alkyl as well as hydroxyl group. So in this category, the first is oxidation reaction. Primary alcohols are easily oxidized first to aldehyde and then to acid having same number of carbon atoms as the original. See, RCH2OH plus this gets oxidized in presence of K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4. It will first give you RCHO, that's an aldehyde. On further oxidation, another oxygen will be added. It will give you RCOOH, that is carboxylic acid. Example, ethanol plus on oxidation gives you acetaldehyde, which on oxidation gives you acetic acid. Secondary alcohols, see here, secondary alcohol, CH3, CH3, CHOH. This is a secondary alcohol. They are easily oxidized to ketones with same number of carbon atoms, which further get oxidized, but which are not further oxidized easily, but under drastic condition they can be oxidized to carboxylic acid, but not easily. But and the carboxylic acid which will be formed, it will have less number of carbon atoms than the parent alcohol. See, for example, CH3 CHOH plus on oxidation gives you CH3 C double bond O, that is a ketone, which on further oxidation, see the you started with a parent compound having 3 carbon, but the acid which we are getting, that is acetic acid, CH3COOH, it is having 1 carbon less, plus CO2 plus H2O. Now if you look at tertiary alcohols, this is a tertiary alcohol, CH3 CHOH. This is not oxidized by alkaline or neutral KMnO4, but they are readily oxidized by acidified KMnO4 or K2Cr2O7 to give a mixture of ketone and carboxylic acid. It will give you a mixture of ketone as well as carboxylic acid. So it is giving you CH3 CH3 double bond O plus CO2 plus H2O. So this is the oxidation reaction of alcohols. Next type of reactions, they are called as dehydration reaction. You know, dehydration means removal of water. Now dehydration reaction, first type of dehydration reaction takes place with concentrated sulfuric acid, which is also called as protonic acid. When primary alcohol CH3CH2OH is heated with concentrated H2SO4 at 160 to 170 degrees Celsius, which comes to 433 to 443 Kelvin Celsius, they undergo dehydration to give ethene. See here, CH3CH2OH in presence of concentrated H2SO4 is giving you CH2 double bond CH2 ethene plus H2O. So they give you corresponding alkenes. Alright. Secondary and tertiary alcohol always, dehydration always occurs in accordance with Seitzeff's rule. I have already talked about Seitzeff's rule in alkyl and aryl halides chapter. Now see here, secondary alcohol, butane 2-ol, CH3 CHOH CH2 CH3. It is treated with 85% H2SO4 at 440 Kelvin temperature. It gives you CH3CH double bond CH CH3 plus CH2 CH CH3 CH2 CH double bond CH2. That means but2-ene and but1-ene. Okay, in this but2-ene is the major product. It is formed in more quantity, and but1-ene is formed in lesser quantity. Same way, if you take tertiary alcohol, let us take tertiary butyl alcohol in presence of H2SO4 at 358 Kelvin temperature. It will give you CH3C, CH3 double bond CH2 plus H2O, that is 2-methyl-prop-2-ene. Okay, ease of dehydration of alcohol is tertiary alcohols dehydrate easily, then secondary alcohol, and finally the primary alcohols. Now dehydration also takes place with alumina. Alumina formula is Al2O3. Now at 240 to 250 degrees Celsius, ether is formed. Ethyl alcohol, when treated in presence of alumina at 240 to 250 degrees Celsius, it gives you diethyl ether C2H5O, C2H5 plus H2O. At 360 degrees Celsius, alkene is formed. CH3CH2OH in presence of alumina at 360 degrees Celsius gives CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O. So this is how dehydration takes place. Next type of chemical property is action of hot copper on alcohols. Now when hot copper is treated with primary alcohol, they undergo dehydrogenation to give aldehyde. See here the first one, CH3CH2OH in presence of hot copper. For hot copper, the temperature is kept as 573 Kelvin. You get CH3CHO, you get an aldehyde plus H2. Secondary alcohols also undergo dehydrogenation to give ketone, CH3CH3CHOH in presence of copper and 573 Kelvin. They give you CH3CH3C double bond O plus H2. It is a ketone. Tertiary alcohol undergo dehydration to give alkenes, CH3CH3CH3COH. Tertiary butyl, butyl alcohol, it is at 573 degrees Kelvin. When it is treated with copper, it gives you CH3CCH3 double bond CH2 plus H2O. Okay, so these are the properties of alcohols. Alcohols also show iodoform test. This also we have discussed in the previous chapter. Any alcohol containing CH3CHOH upon heating at 333 to 343 Kelvin with iodine and aqueous NaOH or Na2CO3 solution gives a yellow precipitate of iodoform. CH3CH2OH plus 4I2 plus 6 NaOH on heating gives you CHI3, that is iodoform. This is the yellow precipitate, plus sodium formate HCOONA plus 5 NaI plus 5 H2O. Alright. Now next we come to, these were the chemical properties of alcohols. Next we come to distinction between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. This is often asked in the exam. There are three ways of distinguishing between them. First is the oxidation test. This is simply oxidation of alcohols, which we have done previously in this video itself. Primary alcohol, secondary and tertiary all form different type of products on undergoing oxidation. The next is the Lucas test. Lucas reagent is mixture of 1:1 ratio of concentrated hydrochloric acid and anhydrous zinc chloride. When Lucas reagent is added to unknown alcohol at room temperature and the mixture is shaken, different type of alcohol show different rate of reaction. Tertiary alcohol forms turbidity immediately. Secondary alcohol takes time for turbidity to form. Turbidity means from transparent solution it will become whitish in color, and primary alcohol shows no turbidity at room temperature. Actually what happens, alcohol reacts with HCl in presence of ZnCl2 to give you RCl plus H2O. Alright, so this is the Lucas test. Third test is Victor-Meyer's test. It is given over here in this table. If you see, primary alcohol RCH2OH in presence of phosphorus and iodine gives you RCH2I, which in presence of silver nitrate gives you RCH2NO2, which on further treating with HNO2 gives RCNO2 double bond NOH, that is nitrolic acid, and on further treating with NaOH it gives you blood red color. So this is the main thing. At the end you are getting blood red color at the end of the reaction. Secondary alcohol, same reactions. First you treat it with phosphorus and iodine, then you treat it with AgNO3, then HNO2, and finally with NaOH you will get blue color. It is blue color, not blood color. And the tertiary alcohol, you again treat it with phosphorus and iodine, silver nitrate, nitrous acid and sodium hydroxide. There will be no change in color, it will remain colorless. So these are the three ways in which you can differentiate between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. The remaining part we will do in our next video.